Welcome back to Summit Railway, everyone! Today we are visiting a very neat museum railway located in Bavaria, Germany. The so-called DAMPFBAHN FRÄNKISCHE SCHWEIZ is hosting a Gauge 1 model railroad event this weekend, which led to the appearance of some historic locomotives on the 16-kilometer long line between Ebermannstadt and Behringersmühle. But more on that later. Right now it is the evening before the event and we are witnessing the locomotive transfer moving through the station of Kirchhernbach. Now is the time to have a quick look at the map to get some idea what we are talking about. On the far left of the chart is the city of Forchheim, which has a big main line running through, connecting the metropolitan regions of Nuremberg and Bamberg. From there, a branch line origins and runs to the east for about 30 kilometers, connecting several small villages including Kirchhernbach, where I have shot the last clip you've seen. It is worth noting that between Forchheim and Ebermannstadt there is regular train operation. However, between Ebermannstadt and Behringersmühle, the line belongs to the historic railroad and is only operated at every weekend in summer season. This part of the line is what you will get to see in this video extensively. Okay, let's jump ahead in time and visit the station of Ebermannstadt, the main hub of this event. Upon arrival, I have witnessed a crazy amount of train movement in the station. Behind the passing locomotive you can see Achilles, a private train operator which serves the line between Forchheim and Ebermannstadt. Besides several historic diesel locomotives, the railway club also operated a Class 64 steam engine during the event. Shortly after, I spotted the Class 36 diesel locomotive, which is also owned and operated by the historic railway club, shunting in the station. But now it is time to leave the town and make our way along the beautiful railway line, following the River Wiesent upstream. Only a couple hundred meters after leaving the station, we get to see the only bridge that spans the tracks of the railway line, all together with an inbound train for the station of Ebermannstadt. Leaving the outskirts of Ebermannstadt behind, we are making our way to Gasseldorf. Just to keep track, I will bring up the chart from time to time so that you don't get lost. Even before reaching Gasseldorf, we can see engine 212-285-1 pulling a train to the west. At the station of Gasseldorf, we let a westbound passenger train pass to then change position for a second train, also moving westbound between Stritberg and Gasseldorf. In the background you can see the white building in between all those trees. That is the station of Gasseldorf again. But we are relocating eastbound to Stritberg, where our well-known passenger train arrives at the station. As you may have noticed, I am not the only guy with a camera at this point. After a quick turnaround, the train leaves Stritberg westbound. We, however, continue our eastbound journey to hunt down several trains at various locations between Stritberg and Muggendorf. About 1 kilometer after leaving Stritberg, we encounter a beautiful railway bridge crossing the river Wiesent right underneath a historic castle. This is the same bridge, just from another perspective, with locomotive 204-347-9 pulling a train eastbound to Muggendorf. This train just left the station of Muggendorf, which we will see shortly, and is about to pass underneath the old castle on its way to Stritberg. With Muggendorf, we reach about the midpoint of our journey and witness the westbound passenger train to Ebermannstadt moving through the station. Now is a good time to have a further look at the chart. In the upper right section you can find Muggendorf, the station we just passed with our train. The journey will continue through the beautiful Wiesent Valley, passing Burggallenreuth, which is no longer served by trains, and Gößweinstein, before we arrive at the destination Behringersmühle. The next clips are just trains moving through a beautiful fall scenery, following the line as we just discussed. This train is approaching the platform area of Gößweinstein, however it is moving through the station without stopping. The so-called Hindenburg Bridge is situated shortly prior the station of Behringersmühle, which this train just left westbound on its journey to Ebermannstadt. Here we go! This is the end of the line, with the station of Behringersmühle consisting of just 2 tracks, which enables the locomotive to be moved from one end of the train to the other. During that process I was able to get a short ride on the locomotive, which is always a highlight for me. And with those impressions, I'd like to end the video. I hope you have enjoyed this little train spotting adventure, and we will see us in the next one. Bye!